Morning all, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rodian and today we're going to be going up on the roof and getting some more of the roof done. It's a beautiful day, it's apparently going to be a beautiful week, so I'm going to take full advantage of that and hopefully get the front of this roof finished. Today we're going to go and we're going to set up for the dry ridge system, but before we do that there's a few tiles that need cutting. I'm going to take heed of some of your advice and I'm going to swap some of them from crappy little cuts into 1.5 cuts, so it's safer for them to be up there and I can screw them down and it's just going to be in there a lot more safely. So we're going to do that first, do the cuts, and then we're going to look at getting the dry ridge system in the first dormer. So let's jump up on the roof and have a little look and see what we're going to do. Right, so we're up on the first dormer, there's the second and third. Obviously these ones have all got the 1.5 running down there. I think these ones might need cutting. In fact, some of those might need changing because there's a bit of a big gap there. Anyway, on here we have these single ones which don't have any holes in them and there's no nibs on the back, so they don't stay in very well. One little knock and they'll all fall down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all these ones with 1.5s. This side is okay, I just need to cut the nibs off. I put the ridge tile over the top and it covers it nicely. And this side and then this side over here, all three sides need 1.5. So I'm going to put those in. In fact, I think these are okay. Yeah, this side is okay. So it's just these here and those there that need doing. Redo those at 1.5s so it's safer and that they don't just fall out, which is not going to be good. If that lands on your head, you'll know about it. Right, so we'll start with this. Right, now that I've cut all those tiles that are up on the roof, I'm having a look through this dry ridge system and going by the bit of paperwork that I've got here, it appears as though I need to put a couple of battens on the hips and on the ridges, like 2 battens high, before I put any of this in. So on that dormer, I've got loads of bits lying around. I'm going to go and screw a few bits of timber up there. Apparently I need to come up, what does it say here? 2 battens are sufficient for most profile tiles. So I'll put 2 tiles on there, 2 battens on there, and see how it goes. Apparently you've got to strap it down, but I don't see why I can't just use whopping great screws. So I'm just going to screw it in, same difference. Right, I'm going to go up there and do that now. apparently that's right. So I've had a look on YouTube, and it turns out that hip support tray, it goes over the top of this system and underneath the tiles, which I don't understand why you put it on there and you don't put it on the ridge, but this is apparently what you have to do. So I'm going to fit all this ridge system, and then I'll put those over the top just before I put the tiles on. So I'm going to read this bit of paperwork again and hopefully try and make sense of it all. It looks relatively straightforward, but we'll see. So I'll have a quick read of this, and then we'll get on with sticking this stuff down. Right, now my understanding is that this stuff, you just roll it over from there up to the end, keeping that white thing, that white bit of tape where the batten is, and then you cut that off at the top. So I better give it a bit more just in case. I'll wrap it around there and then cut that with my makeshift knife around here, so about there. I'll give it a bit more just in case. It's about here. So essentially that goes on there like so. Once that goes on there, that goes on top of this. That goes on top like that. And then those tiles sit on top of that like so. Now that doesn't seem right, because that's fucking miles bigger than that. Oh, let's get this bit out of the way of function without losing everything. So what is the point in this then? I guess it sits on there, but you have to squash it down a hell of a lot for that to fit over there. Because I guess these lips go over there. Right, so if we stick that down and put that on like so, and I guess when you drill through, that drills through and fixes onto that, so that'll pull that right down, and that'll flatten that out, so hopefully that'll sit on there. I'll tell you what, that seems very daft to me. I don't understand that, but I'm going to do what it tells me to do and go from there. I'll tell you what, I do not like this system. It looks fucking ugly, but I'm going to do it because I have to. Right, okay, that's the plan. Let's see if we can do it. Well, this is where we've got to. I've got 2 on, 1, 2, and it's, what is the time? Probably can't see that. It's 3 o'clock, and I'll put 2 ridge tiles on. I've had such a pain trying to sort out these, because most of these battens are sitting on top of that hip joint, that hip rafter, truss, whatever you want to call it. So I've had such a pain trying to cut them out. The grinder don't do nothing. I've got an awl saw down there, but it's so bulky either way that I can't get it in there. So I'm going to have to go and buy the bit on that just so I can just cut straight down with it rather than the circular one. So I need to go and get that. And also on the top bit for this hip, for the hip where the hip's joint to the ridge, apparently I've got to get a 3-way Y piece that sits on top of there. So I need some of those to do all this. And I'll tell you what, I'm getting a bit fed up with doing this, because I think from down there this looks absolutely horrible. I really don't like the dry ridge system. It looks utterly horrible. I just really don't like it. And I've had to put another batten on the top, so there's 1 there and there's 2 under there. Otherwise the clips the screws weren't long enough for the clips. And there's the, what's it called, the iron on the end, I don't know what it's called, hip iron, whatever it's called. So I'm sort of getting a bit peeved off with this today. So there wasn't really much filming going on. I did put in what I could. I did some GoPro footage, but frankly I just took the camera off my head and I was like, right, I need to concentrate on this, because frankly I don't know what I'm doing. I read the booklet and it seems like I'm doing what it's telling me to do. It looks okay, but I really don't like this system whatsoever. I can't see, especially on the ridge, how those clips don't let water in, because this apparently only goes on the hips, it doesn't go across the ridge. So I know a load of you are saying slash holes in the ridge to let air breathe, but because there's no way that's not going to let water in. This obviously won't let water in, but that's stuck down. I don't think much of this as well, because some points it just doesn't stick. Anyway, those clips, I cannot in the world of me see how that does not let water in. So what I'm going to do is when it comes to the ridges, I'm not going to cut them, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. If it does need breathing, I don't mind going through underneath it and cutting it with a Stanley knife. That's no problem. But I really do not see how they're going to stop water getting in. I don't like them at all. I'd rather muck them in, but I'm not allowed to apparently on a new build. I can't do it. That's what the architect says. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop filming for the day, just because I'm getting a bit peeved off with this. So I'm going to just sort of have a head scratch, work this out. I've got to go down the road and get something to cut these, so I'll probably won't be cutting them till tomorrow, and that's such a pain. If I'd known that I'd had to put a batten on there, I thought it just screwed straight into this. Well, what do I know, eh? I'm not a roofer. So I'm gonna if I'd known that, I would have put the batten straight on there straight away to start with and then gone up to it. But oh well, such is life. Right, so I'm going to put the camera down now and I'm going to work this out, try and cut some of these out and then go and get the tools that I need. So I'm sorry it's been a little bit of a short episode and a little bit of me getting a bit, oh bloody hell, getting all huffy-tuffy in a mood and having a little strop. But so this is really, I don't like roofing. I'll tell you what, I'm debating, I might get on the blower. I might see if there's a couple of roofers who might want to come and finish this. They probably won't want to finish this because I've done it and it's probably a bit of a mess. So I'm really tempted to call up some people and see if they can do the backside, because these two ends I can do that, no worries, that's easy. Well, I say that's easy, going by this it probably ain't easy, so I might just ring someone up and see if they'll come and do the backside and the two ends. I don't know, I'll think about it, I'll sleep on it, I'll see how I feel tomorrow. It might just be me because I'm having a bit of a Monday moody moan about everything. Oh, and for those of you who have been asking about the efflorescence because of the heavy rain, it's slowly going. I mean, on this chimney, the top part of it, half it's gone. There's no efflorescence around the top, and there's quite a lot in that before. Obviously it's still on the sides, but I think it's slowly working its way out. Around the back and the sides it's getting a lot fainter. So I think time's just going to tell the best way to do it. Just going to slowly work its way out. And I'll tell you what, I'm not using that sand out the back again in the hole. That's enough of that sand. I don't think I'll buy sand from now on. Right, anyway, leave a like down below if you've enjoyed this episode. Subscribe if you aren't already. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a bit more of an idea of what's going on. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ra.